If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still Got Game, episode 423. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Roger Hitman Roken.
And I am Chris Selden, 007 Selden.
We are short-staffed this week, guys.
Just the way we like it.
And we were at 2 people for like the longest.
Yeah, you mean the reliables?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't think we're shorthanded.
I guess technically we have one more hand than we were used to, so it is Selden's hand. But
soon I'm going to be moving from the far right all the way to the middle.
Who knows? It could happen. Stranger things have. But we are here, and we're going to put on a show for you tonight, so sit back and enjoy. And if you're in chat right now, you want us to discuss something, drop it in chat. Let us know what you want to talk about, and we will try to work it into the show. And first off, we'll hop in the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's episode. And remember, our voicemail will cut you off after a minute, so be short, concise, and to the point. Vicious One comments, I don't buy it. You're overdue for a name change, so I'll just hold on to my names until you announce a contest.
Oh, boy.
This is... Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
How about this, Vicious One? You pick us up a nice sponsor, and we'll consider one of your name changes. Then we'll have a contest.
We can never change the name again. Unless there's a contest where one of the choices is also Still Got Game. And then that can win, and the only voters are people that are hosts of the show. But yeah, there's not going to be a contest. If you don't want to share, that's fine, but we're not doing a contest. Make us a theme song, like all the things we said last week, right?
Yes.
We have things we need. We don't need a new show name. We need a song. So make us a song.
Song, intro
Yep.
for the intro clip at the beginning of a video.
Yeah, graphic even.
Yeah.
We'll take that.
Any of these things. Be creative, just not with show name. So, all right. William Hoppy comments. I don't play video games, but my buddy at work does, and I told him to give this a listen. He did and is now a follower. He loves the show and tells me about the episodes throughout the day at work. I heard this one and it still kept my interest even though I don't play. Definitely worth a listen.
Who's your friend's name? We want to say thank you. Like, welcome aboard, buddy.
Welcome aboard, Hop friends.
Yeah, we'll do some shout outs. Yeah.
Well, as soon as I can dig it up, I'll let you know.
Nice.
But thank you for the comment.
Yes, we were always up for a good, kind word like that, and definitely that seems to be 2 new listeners. So it's win-win, and one doesn't even play video games. Don't know why, but still, good to have you here. Still, you should play some video games, but that's neither here nor there.
Maybe there's no time. There's a lot of factors involved.
Okay, I guess, technically, but...
Well, my mom told me she listened to the show last week and watched it on YouTube, and she was wondering why Hit didn't do anything during the whole show. I'm like, yeah, he's producing the show at the same time. He's busy. He's also playing games.
Wait, your parents watch this show?
She gave it one listen. She says she doesn't understand anything that we were talking about because she doesn't play video games, but she gave it a listen so she could see me.
Didn't I say cunt last week at one point?
Mom,
18 plus.
close your ears.
Yeah.
18 plus.
I think it was during our heated Star Wars discussions. Speaking of Star Wars discussions, Raven Quest comments. The after show was oversized. Damn. Thanks for talking about The Mandalorian and Rise of Skywalker.
Sorry.
I love this kind of group post-mortem thing in podcast form. Maybe you could pick something each week. I feel like we do pick something each week. Maybe we don't deep dive like that, but
I'm down for that. I actually like this idea. I think I've even mentioned that we should do something like this.
Or we just talk about some pop culture thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like movie review, TV, I don't know. News.
The hard part is it has to be something that we've all seen.
Right.
And I guess Mandalorian and Rise of Skywalker were such like globally popular things. We knew we were all going to watch them, but we could try. We'll figure some stuff out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out, yeah.
We can start talking before the show. figure out if there's anything we all have in common,
Right.
and then talk about it. But yeah, that's a good idea, Ravenquest. Even though Hit's saying he had the idea first.
Oh, well,
Maybe he's not 100% sure. He thinks he had the idea, which is possible. All right, and last but certainly not least, Altius asks, what are your thoughts on Xbox's hardware director David Prien being genuinely confused as to why people would want to know the specs so far in advance? He even went as far to compare it to movie spoilers. Is he out of touch? Maybe? Like, why would people not want to know the specs this far in advance?
it's still too early. Like, you can't even pre-order the thing yet. Like,
But don't you want to know the specs? I guess that's his point is it doesn't matter.
You should know when it's time to pre-order them, which is E3.
Yeah.
Like, and when they actually come E3, if they haven't said everything they need to say, like, it's too late. Like, that's usually when everything drops with that type of stuff, right? So I kind of see his point in a way. I feel like our society's turning into this, like, we need to know all this and leaks that, and, like, I don't know. If you're informing your decision on which console to buy and which one's more powerful, because I guess the people that care about that stuff are wondering which one's more powerful.
Yep.
I mean,
comparing it to movie spoilers, I can see where he's coming from, and I kind of agree that it's like if you want to know the actors that are going to be playing the roles on the first screen read with the director. Like, it's kind of knowing things a little too far in advance. You're going to preconceived notions, I guess. I mean, I like to know what's going to be under the hood when as early as I can, but I don't know if it's really what 90% of the general public wants to know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know why I'm blue.
And it makes me wonder, like, these people that want to know the specs, like, do you even know what some of this stuff means? Like, you just want to see higher numbers? Like I bet you, like, 90% of those people don't even know what, like, any of the
teraflops are.
Yeah.
Or yes, yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and most of them are probably the internet trolls that just want to compare it against the other system and yell about it.
The whole console war thing again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if part of this is, like, a lot of these specs are obviously locked in, but there's some things that aren't at this point. Like how big that SSD is, how much RAM they're putting in. So those things are both up in the air, and if you commit to something now and then Sony's like, oh, well, you only have 8 gigs, we have 16 gigs. Well, the longer you wait, the longer that the variable items can be changed. I don't know if they would ever do that.
I really don't think these two consoles are going to be that much different. I think it's going to come down to the games. This is going to be the closest generation, I think.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. I absolutely agree with that.
It'll really come down to, like, features like maybe Project X Cloud and stuff like that that might, like, decide who's what.
Yeah.
VR.
Swing people one way, VR swings people the other way.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, we got to see.
I don't know. I just like to know things as early on as possible. So I'm on the opposite side of this, I think. I'm on Altius' side, maybe. That I like to know what's coming. I like to know all the details so I can get excited about it. Not that I'm not already excited about it, but I see what you're saying as well, guys. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I can see he's also the guy that came up with this fucking shit. So he wants to keep his surprise so that when they pop it out at the Microsoft press conference at E3, it's like, fucking wow. Like, so you kind of lose that if everyone knows in advance.
Yeah, plus I think you're looking at it, you're also looking at the last console announcement with them that they got themselves burned by proposing such great changes, but the internet decided to take it the other way.
Yeah.
And so by that time, they still had enough time to change it, but that's not what they wanted to do. You can see with this coming up console that they didn't want to make those changes, and they're going the way they wanted to. So,
yeah. I don't know.
It's so funny because all those people that are worried about their trading in their games, not being able to trade in the games, like GameStop's like almost dead.
Yeah,
like
I
that,
know.
like that. Who buys
physical media?
Who buys physical media at this point? By the end of this generation, like, yeah, it's a shame, man. Microsoft was ahead of their time with that.
They really were, and it
They
was
really
fear
were.
tactics that made them backpedal on it. So, but it is what it is. All right. Well, if any of you have great questions like these guys, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over and what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
Not much actually, but mainly some Jackbox with my friends over some streams, Sea of Thieves, and some PUBG Mobile with my buddies. Streamed a little bit of that on the weekend. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. What were you guys?
Seldom?
Oh, you're
this
not
week,
blue anymore. How'd you do that?
I just fix things.
Oh wow.
fixed it on the fly. Playing a lot of Pogo, actually. I fell off of Wizards because I went back to check out the things Derek was talking about that made the game so intense. So I went back to Pogo, played a bunch of that, the friend adventures and
what
stuff.
changes did they make?
They started integrating your friend, your Pokemon that you walk with a little bit more, making adventures out of that and stuff like that. So, and there's a whole generation, new generation of Pokemon that came out. So,
Yeah, no, I don't see any of those guys.
yeah, I see a ton of shadows, but I don't
still
see them
play
pop
the
up
game and I
everywhere,
don't
so.
see nothing. Nothing's changed for me.
Yeah.
I still don't have a buddy. All I'm doing is raiding. That's all I do.
Yeah. And then
I got an EX raid on Thursday, by the way.
nice.
Set an
Let me
alarm.
know,
Good
let me
luck.
know if anyone wants an
Don't
invite.
forget. Then I picked up Witcher off of Game Pass. Started playing that after Tiff was talking about it and watching the
Witcher
Netflix
1.
series. So enjoying that a little bit. And then majority of my time I'm playing a shit ton of World of Tanks. They had their holiday Christmas event going on still. Lots of extra bonus loots, and every day there's some new challenges and stuff like that. So I've been playing a shit ton of World of Tanks and loving that game still.
Oh, impressive.
But that's about it. What about you, Derek?
All right. Well, I played some Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Obviously, like always, that's my go-to game now. No Borderlands this past week, but like Hit, we busted out Jackbox Party Pack 6 this past weekend with all the kids. And
Oh, kids. Oh.
yeah, no, we still play with all the shit turned on, and people still type penis and shit and fucking ass fuck, and yeah, there's no rules in this house with that. So, but anyway,
Parenting 101 by Derek.
discovered some new shit in Jackbox 6. So we were playing Trivia Murder Party 2. You play that, Hit?
I don't know them by name.
Okay.
You gotta like. I know them by like things in the game.
Okay.
Is it
well,
the one where you're an alien?
No,
Oh,
that.
okay. See,
Yeah,
there
no.
you go. That's
Okay,
what,
no.
yeah.
No, so we played the Aliens one too. That one where everybody's like, "No, I'm not." They're like, "He is. Fucking vote him in the airlock." Yeah, but yeah, there's still new shit in that game. I'm discovering all the time.
Have you ever heard of the card game Ultimate Werewolf?
No.
No. So it's kind of like that Aliens game, but
You have to figure out who it is.
Yeah, me and my friends play it. I've been thinking about trying to figure out a way to like stream it with like the 6-7 of us playing it.
Nice. Yeah.
Keep tuning in. I might have something one day. We'll see.
Nice. So yeah, played fucking 3-4 hours of Jackbox Party Pack 6, and then I do my basic phone-ins on Wizard Unite. I do my dailies every day. Pogo, I spin one Pokestop and catch them on, and that's it, because fuck that game. And Toon Blast is my like go-to sitting around on the couch, just idling on the phone while I'm watching something game. So plenty of stuff to be played, and plenty of playing was done. So I still love Modern Warfare. Their fucking season pass shit is pretty awesome this time around. So their battle pass, so it's good stuff. All right. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over in the new releases? There's only one new release out this week, and it's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And this is out for the Xbox One, the PS4, and the PC. Any of you guys big DBZ fans?
Negative.
No.
Zero fucks given.
Yeah, if I had less fucks, I would give them. I know these games are super fucking popular and people love them, but I feel like it's a certain type of person that likes that game, and I am not that type of person. Selden, I could see you maybe being a DBZ guy.
No, I'm not. But I had one of my buddies subbed in for us in volleyball this week because we have one of our regulars out, and he actually wore the character shirt to play volleyball.
Wow.
I was like, dude, that's awesome.
I don't know.
But that's
if
hardcore.
Awesome is the right. Hardcore is the right word. Awesome, maybe not the right word.
I'm going Dragon Ball Z right now in the video. Oh crap!
Oh yeah, Selden's all DBZ. Everybody's
no.
videos all fucked except for Hit.
Oh no. Except for it.
Hit's video is always flawless, but he is the one that's hosting all the videos, so he's got an advantage. All right.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
even if Dragon Ball Z came up on Game Pass, I probably wouldn't even give it a shot. It's just not that far out of my realm. Of
That's actually a lie. You've given everything on Game Pass a shot. You literally have the achievement for downloading everything that was ever released on Game Pass. Yeah, and you can't deny it because you're like, yeah,
I download a lot of garbage.
Yes, you do. You are the king of shovelware. All right. Well, on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? Who would like to take the first story?
Not me.
I'll go ahead and get it.
All right.
By the way, spoiler alert, these stories are garbage this week. Just letting you out, just saying.
You could always take some time to
Hey.
add some stories.
No, hey, I actually did post some stuff, but no, I'm just saying in general, like, this is a shit week.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
All right. I think the biggest news that I saw out of this week's news is PlayStation will not be at E3 2020, Sony says. Once again,
boy.
Sony is dialing in and saying they're not coming to the show.
That is fucked up on a console year.
Yeah. I think this is a big mistake by them this year. Last year, I can completely, I can get behind them and say, yeah, they didn't have anything to talk about. This year, they have everything to talk about. This is the year that they need to put their foot forward and show the world what they got. They need to make this announcement. They don't need to hold this for their own presser. They need to do it now. And skipping out on E3 is a big mistake in my opinion. So
I absolutely agree. Like all of the eyes in the video game world are on video game news during E3 week. And to not have a presence at E3 in a year where you're trying to launch a console doesn't bode well for you. You need to put your best shit out there when the other guy is putting their best shit out there and compare and contrast. Like, if they had done this at the last console launch, they couldn't have pulled their shenanigans with the fucking, look at me handing this disc to my buddy. Like, they couldn't have pulled that move if they didn't have a presser.
Yeah,
so
do we know if they're actually like still going to be in town? Like, maybe they'll be across the street doing their own thing.
we technically don't know that.
Okay.
So yeah, that could be, but I think it's also a kick in the teeth of the industry. I think that you need to support the industry by going to an event like this and making these announcements. I think, you're skipping out on all the developers and all the games that are coming out for your system by not showing them off on your platform in this.
Is Microsoft technically going to E3 this year?
Yeah, they still have their E3 presence. Like,
Yeah, but they're not at E3. They're across the street at the Microsoft Center. Like,
they're at the Microsoft Theater. Yeah.
like that's their own thing. Like, it's nothing to do with E3.
But it's all stuff that's it's an eighth of a mile. It's one building over from the convention center,
Yeah,
and
you
two.
can technically say they're not at E3. Like,
But they host
their
stuff during
presence is
E3
there.
and they're there. Yes, and they still had other booths inside the convention center.
But my point is, like, what if PlayStation is doing the same thing? Like,
Well, where are they going to go? They don't have their
they'll
own
be down
theater.
the street somewhere doing something and having a concert after. I don't know.
I don't know. It seems like a poor move on their part. And I know we talked about this after last year's E3, where E3 is definitely, we're moving to the realm of consumer shows are more, consumer conventions are more the thing than you need something like E3. And E3 is definitely on the decline. And every year they sell tickets to E3, I feel bad for the people that bought them despite me hating them, because they don't get to enjoy what E3 really is or really was, because E3 has changed so much over the years. So I don't know how much longer E3 is going to be a thing. And like, unfortunately, I can't go this year. We have a graduation that week. So
Oh no! Again?
That's what happens when you have more than one kid. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, Derek's kids
Yeah.
messing you up.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
So I offered our E3 credentials to some of our editorial and writing staff on Tool to Play. So we'll see if
What?
any of them can make it out. But
What about?
do you want to go to E3?
What
Yeah,
about
if-
the show hosts?
Yeah,
Then
maybe
guys
I
can-
was gonna go. Come
Oh,
on.
There's 3 other options.
well, if you guys want to go, you can submit your credentials.
No,
and
I don't
I'll
care, I don't
approve them.
care.
See, you told me that you didn't want to go. It's too expensive. Blah blah blah. You guys have said this a million times. If Selden can't go to fucking PAX East, E3 is like 10 times the cost.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Tiff and I cannot go this year, and I'm hoping there's still an E3 next year once we can. So, all right.
Yeah, I just think, I mean, yeah, this. I was just reading further on in the article. Sony will be attending other game shows this year, including the Taipei Game Show, where the company is holding some kind of PlayStation fan experience. Sony used to hold a PlayStation fan convention called PlayStation Experience, but hasn't hosted a convention in North America since 2017.
Yep. 2
You
years.
you make it sound so far away.
That's 3 years ago now.
2017.
That's
Well,
3 years
Considering
now.
they weren't at E3 the other 2 years, they didn't have their own thing. Like it is a piss poor move on their part.
I think they're sitting happy on their laurels right now of being the number one, and I think this could bite them in the ass if they don't start, giving back to the community. So,
Yep, I agree. All right, I'll take the next story since Hit's still looking.
Yeah.
Microsoft's first Xbox Series X games will be cross-gen releases. Obviously, I don't know why people were surprised by this. They thought there was going to be some brand new Xbox Series X exclusive game. No. The Xbox now is being pitched the same way PCs are, where whether you have the highest end or the lowest end, the game scales to your hardware. And I think this is great. I don't have any problem with this at all. But
I don't have a problem with this. I just find it weird because, why you're not enticing people? And then this goes back to what I was saying, all these months.
But you are, though.
How are you enticing people to get the new machine if you don't have to?
Because the same reason why you don't have to buy a 2080. But if you know that you can do 130 frames a second in 4K, then you're going to want it. It's not everybody can afford the best PC. So that's why PC games scale to your hardware. That's what Microsoft is doing here too. If you want the best experience in the next Halo, then you're going to need the most badass fucking Xbox out there.
Don't get me wrong. I like this. I like where this is going. I just don't understand how it makes money. Yeah, how it makes sense in a money aspect. They're really not enticing people to buy this new console.
But they are, though. This thing can do 8K.
All the
it
people,
can do 8 fucking K.
One, we don't know exactly what it does.
No, we do know it can do 8K.
Yeah, but at what? We don't know what this thing can do yet. Okay, just because they're throwing around the word 8K dodoesn't mean anything. It could be 8K 15. Who knows? Anyway,
8K4.
you also got to look at it this way. Consoles have been loss leaders for the longest time, especially on initial release. They're not out there to make money on the console sale. They're out there to make money on the peripherals. Nintendo's is the only one that actually relies on the console to sell and then don't put any games out behind it. But Xbox and PlayStation, their money's really in the games.
Yeah. And if you can sell that game on 3 different consoles or 3 different pieces of hardware, you can sell it on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC. All the fucking power to you.
I just see it the guy that has an Xbox One right now. He what's Halo Infinite, right? Halo Infinite comes out.
I can't wait to get rid of my shitty X for a
I can
Series
just
X.
see that guy being all right, well, I don't need to upgrade if I could just keep playing this new game on this.
No, but it's not going to be the best
an
possible
example is Breath of the Wild. I know a lot of people when Breath of the Wild came out, because it was available on both. A lot of people did not upgrade to the Switch, even though the game was designed for the Switch. That I just
someone that had it on the Wii U?
Yeah, lots of people, lots. I was like, what? Like, dude, no, I'm on the Switch. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? I'm on the subway playing this thing. What do you mean? And
That's
they just didn't see, a big enough reason to upgrade. Like in that one in particular, I think it was the Wii U was 720 and the Switch was 1080p when docked.
fun.
It was just
Docked,
like
yeah.
it didn't seem like that big of a jump for them. I'm like, I don't know. I guess like I'm, as you guys know me, I'm the kind of guy that wants full power, right? Like,
That's what I want. Yeah.
and like
So
I don't know. It just
I don't.
I've been saying this forever. Like I'm actually the opposite spectrum of what I've been saying. I'm on the power end. Like, they're not enticing me to buy a lower end equipment right now. So I just now they're going for the bottom end of it. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me money wise. Like, it's cool to me. I just don't know how business wise it makes sense for them.
Well, I don't think that they're going to keep selling Xbox Ones because the Series X is coming out in the shit edition and the God edition. So the shit edition will be your Xbox One
That's the other thing. Like,
replacement.
we don't even know if that's a thing yet, right? Like,
No, we
I
do.
think-
They have said that.
what's it called? Project.
No, we don't know what the
What the official title is,
yeah.
Yeah, we know the project name,
But it was
but like we still don't know anything
Anaconda
about
and
that.
Scarlet, right?
That's it. That's
Anaconda and Scarlet,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
it.
But we don't know what they're
we don't know
both part
when
of
that's-
Series X.
We don't know when that's coming out. Like that thing.
They're both going to drop day and date.
That could be an Xbox S thing. You know what I mean? The one. It could
No,
come
I
out
think
2-3
I
years
think
later.
they're
We
both
don't know.
dropping day. They
Yeah, but
they
we
have to.
don't know.
'Cause you-
They haven't announced that. They've only ever talked about the X stuff.
yeah,
Like
but
for as far as we know, it could be the S. You know what I mean? That's just my point. As far
I
as
don't
we
know.
know, because it's weird that they haven't announced anything on that thing. Like, if it was day and date, why wouldn't they have said we're launching two things if there's not going to be a time difference between the two? I
they
don't know.
did say there's two things. They just didn't use the exact words. We're launching two things, but they said there's two things. So I'm assuming they're both
I don't
day and
think-
date.
I don't think they have. I think you're wrong, but
Okay,
prove me wrong, I guess.
yeah. Wouldn't
I
be
think-
the first time.
But I think, aside from Derek, I think anybody that gets the Xbox One X may be the ones that are holding off on getting right away. I think you're going to see a lot of the original Xbox Ones.
One upgrade.
Those people are going to be the ones that are going to be upgrading right away. I mean,
Why
I
would
think-
people with the X not upgrade right away? Just to play devil's advocate.
because they just recently bought one within the last year,
and
year
like
and a
what I
half.
just said, it might not be a big enough jump.
It might not
for
be a
them.
big enough jump
but
for
you
them
just moved this
initially.
thing to another TV.
Yeah, but dude, you
I'm
just
buying
said
one,
like a
so-
lot of people are not rich. Like, cannot afford all this stuff. You just said that.
Okay, but all right.
Like, if they
I still
just
see a lot
spent
of
that
people
money
buying-
on an X, why would they want to go and upgrade again so quickly? Like, they actually might be like, you know what? There's not that big of a jump. I'm just gonna just hold on to this.
Okay,
until-"
well, you know what then? Microsoft still gets the sale of the games.
games.
Yeah, I guess, but they're not selling the console, and that's what I was saying.
But they don't need to sell the console. The console for the first 2 years of the life cycle is at a loss, always. It's
Yeah,
not
but that's
until
with people buying them. But if nobody's buying them, there's gonna be a loss for a while.
No,
Right?
because
Right,
the technology that's in it still goes down in price as time goes on.
Yeah,
So
eventually
the-
it goes lower, but
yeah, after 2 years,
and that's when those people that have the Xbox One X might be like, "Hey, I might time to upgrade."
yeah, and now Microsoft's going to make a profit on the console, and they still already sold these assholes their games. So it doesn't seem dumb to me when you do the math out. Like Phil Spencer knows what's going on. He's not an idiot.
No, he's not. He's good. He's real
He's
good.
he's a smart ass fucking guy. I like
He's
him
good.
a lot. So
Cross-play and cross equipment and yeah, cross device. Like, so
Cloud
good.
gaming.
So good. Cloud gaming. So good.
yep,
Sharing
Uh,
Xbox games.
yep. Phil Spencer.
Bring
No,
that back, by the way. Please bring it back. That would be awesome.
Yep. I've
It'd
told
be
him to his
it'd be
face.
it'd be like Plex, right, Selden?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know anything about Plex. What are you talking about?
No. All right, next story.
Oh, I'm still reading the other one. I don't know. I don't really have.
All right, I'll take one while Hit's still reading then.
I don't have any of that. Honestly, none of them stick out to me. They're all.
We'll give you the Pokemon Go one later. All right.
Oh, man.
Sony Interactive Entertainment boss says the biggest, more unique PS5 features have yet to be revealed. that seems like a cop out. Like,
I mean, it's
They're-
probably
like their
true.
new
Again,
logo. Oh,
they haven't. We don't know everything about these new machines. They could be telling the truth.
but why
Come-
would you not
come
whip your
E3.
dick out when it's time? They're not at E3.
Yeah, but come like E3 time, when Microsoft is now showing their hand, they're gonna want to announce around the same time, like whatever they have, either before or slightly after. Probably before.
That's what they did the last time. Remember,
Right.
they had that weird event like
Yeah,
2
like-
months before E3.
Yeah, which they might do again. Who knows? But come then, they might reveal this stuff. You might be telling the truth. Like this might make sense.
But
We
what
still
else could
don't
they
know
What
much
else
about
could they
these
have
things.
up their sleeve, though?
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe
I-
this thing has a dock. You can take it with you on the subway. Who knows?
No, it doesn't.
Did you see that? What was it? Was it Razer? No, Alienware. That Alienware Switch.
Handheld PC,
Oh
yeah.
man, that thing looks fucking awesome.
My friend Andy is who works at Alienware, Dell Alienware. That was her big secret that she's been keeping the last 3 years. So, like, granted, it's not a keyboard and mouse, but it's
It's a Switch.
having a PC to take with you is
literally a
pretty
Switch.
cool. Yes, yeah.
It's
But
a really,
but not
really,
a shitty Switch.
Really,
it's a fucking
really
Alienware
powerful.
PC.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Like, oof. I wonder what Nintendo's thinking. Like, somebody check our patents. They must have stolen something. That the fucking controller looks the same.
That thing's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get my hands on one.
Yeah, we'll
But
see.
I just-
do you know price? Do we know any of that stuff? I don't even know.
From what I gather, it was built as a proof of concept, but it's not a retail item at this point. So, but that's why you build a proof of concept, because if the whole internet is like, take my money, then they make a price and they sell it. So, and I'm pretty take my money on that, because that'd be pretty cool. All right.
yeah. The only thing I could see them, a big announcement would be like, upgradable hardware in the PS5 or something like that.
But even when people misunderstood Phil Spencer when he was talking about Xbox will be like a sliding upgrade, and people were like, "Whoa, we got to open this thing up and change stuff? We don't want that." Like,
I want that. I've been saying that for ages.
that's what we want. But the
Remember that
internet
64 with the
fucking
expansion
freaked out.
pack? I felt like a badass with that thing.
The internet freaked out when he said that, and
Or-
they backpedaled on it.
Do you remember the Genesis 32X? Remember the
Oh
thing
yeah,
on
yeah.
top with the thing
Popping
on
up.
top?
Yeah.
Fucking
Just keep stacking shit up. Yeah.
Megazord, man. That thing was awesome.
Yeah, even when you got the N64 and it had that weird little thing, and you're like, "What's this thing for?" And you like open up that little trap door, and it's like, oh, "There's a connector under there." And then
What are
But
they going
they-
to do with that?
they didn't tell you what was coming, but then it came, and you're like, "I need it."
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yes, it was. It was.
So I guess we'll have to-
South Park like crazy.
We'll have to sit and wait and see what PS5 has to show us.
Yeah. All we know so far is they showed us their fucking logo, and they just replaced the 4 with a 5.
Ah, man.
Maybe-
They made
You know-
such a big deal about that too, which was so fucked up. Logo released, and you're like, well, after the PlayStation, all you've done is keep the font and tack a new number on the end. Like that, who was surprised by that?
It's so lazy. Oh man.
Yep, they phoned that in.
Like maybe people don't like the Microsoft naming, but at least they obviously have a meeting every year.
Yeah, at
that's
least
like,
at least they.
what are we gonna name it?
Yeah.
Like PlayStation's like, all right, increment, release, increment, release, increment, release. Like it's lazy at best.
Now, how about this? Since PlayStation says they have stuff to come up that we're unaware of, what if Microsoft, the Xbox Series X, is actually the low-end model, and they're holding back a high-end model that they're just waiting to see what PlayStation comes out with before they make the announcement?
That would be a baller move. They were like,
that-
oh, by the
because-
way,
Everybody's assuming the Series X is the top model.
That would be. I don't think that's possible, but
That would
it
be
would be the
badass.
most baller of baller
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this one is future proof to 16K. And you're like, that doesn't exist. What?
because then that would also mean that they would have to have been, they would have something to do with leaking that info
Yeah.
and like
Yes.
making sure that the wrong info was leaked.
Yep.
That would
This whole thing would be so crazy. Yes.
baller.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it would be a tough move to pull off.
It would definitely be hard, but I think it'd be great.
Yep.
All right, let's move on.
All right.
Facebook gaming viewership skyrocketed in 2019. Is this what you're going to take, Kit? I'm sorry.
No.
I thought we were saving the Pokemon.
I thought we were saying Pokemon. I was going to do next, but
okay.
It's okay.
All right. I'm going on.
Okay.
Hey, but Twitch is still far bigger than game streaming service. As we talked about a few weeks ago, Facebook gaming is actually probably number 2 in the streaming services. Microsoft with Mixer has been showing a lot of.
How dare you? They're a solid third.
Yeah.
Mixer for life.
You didn't even do the right finger motions for that.
I had to think about the M. I'm like, oh, M. M.
The M was the only one you had. Maybe you're the F too.
For life, like NWO. For life.
Okay, you did have the L.
Yeah.
Okay. Your hand was cut off the first time.
Oh boy.
But as we know, I mean, Twitch has obviously still got the majority share of online streaming, but Facebook seems like they're loosening up their reins and letting people go a little bit more with it. And I think that it's a good move. I think that Mixer is breaking the genre open, and I think Facebook is helping take advantage of this right now. Been watching a little bit of, I think it's Darkness 429 on Facebook. Every now and then I get the alerts that pop up and jumps you right into the stream. It's not bad. It's pretty fluid, and the chat seems really responsive to it and everything like that. So far, I mean, I'm liking YouTube gaming or Facebook gaming as well. So
yeah. No, my friend Melanie Mack streams exclusively there, and I get the little notifications when she's streaming, and it's a platform, and it's not bitch. So if it's not bitch.tv, then you can enjoy it. Because when someone has a monopoly for so long, features get stagnant and they dictate the market. So having Mixer and Facebook gaming and YouTube gaming and all this stuff, it's only better for the overall collective, I think. But
I agree.
Yeah. Innovation gets stagnant when there's only one.
All right. Next story.
Next story.
Can I can grab one now, Sheldon?
You.
Okay. All right. Pokemon Go adds new Gen 5 Pokemon. So new Pokemon have arrived in Pokemon Go. A handful of monsters originally from the Unova region. Did I say that right? Unova?
I don't know. I don't play Pokemon. Unova?
I think it's Unova. Yeah, you're close.
The setting of Pokemon Black and White. That sounds racist. Can now be found in the wild and raids in the hit mobile Pokemon game. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, they can't be found in the wild.
They can't?
Well, no, they probably can, but
I've
never seen
I haven't seen any.
No,
I have
it's a lot.
that app open all the time downtown.
Wow.
Because I work
Yeah.
downtown.
Yeah. I could give so few fucks about this. Like we talked about last week, they've just made this game unfun. When it was easy.
You made the game unfun, man. You played that game very specially.
What's that even mean?
I don't know anyone that played it as hardcore as you did.
Okay.
Not
So
even close.
you're saying I ruined the game for myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I've been playing since day one, but I never played like you did. That's a lie. Maybe at the beginning, but that's
Yeah, I just
kind of like Destiny, like
just
too much
burn
shit
out
to-
on it.
Yeah.
Now it's too much. That's the best analogy hit. You fucking nailed it right there. They finally hit a sweet spot where it was doable to play the game. And now they've added as soon as the Team Rocket shit showed up, it became too many things. It was like you're doing this and this and this and this. It was enough to just be like, catch all the Mons and do the raids. Catch all the Mons and do the raids. And then, once every month you'll get some special extra tasks you do. But it's always going to involve you catching the Mons and doing the raids. And now it's like, do this weird shit and do this weird shit and do this weird shit. Like, fuck those things. fuck these assholes. Fuck Niantic.
See, the way I play Pokemon Go is like, I just log in, I see anything around me, I see anything that I don't have around me.
You catch it, right? You catch it.
And then I go do a raid.
Yeah, that's how it was supposed to be.
Pretty much all I do. Like, I don't do any of these, like, tasks and adventures, or I don't do any of that shit. I don't know.
The Team Rocket bullshit.
I did a few, and I'm like, all right, that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have been like a timed event, like 1 week. Oh, Team Rocket things. Oh, now that's gone. Yeah, but they just doubled down on it and tripled down. They're like, go fucking fight Giovanni, that fuck. Fuck Giovanni. Fuck fucking Pokemon Go. Fuck that shit.
If you're doing the Still Got Game drinking game, Derek being triggered has been activated.
I would just like to know where the fine line in Derek's video gaming falls, because it seems like they Destiny 2'd this to Derek. Where it started to get stagnant to the point where he was almost done with it, but then they added so much other shit, but they crossed the line by adding too much shit.
Yes, they could have just kept the same shit. I was happy just catching Mons and doing raids, and then doing my occasional EX raid I got for doing the normal raids. Like, that was fun. I don't need fucking Team Rocket in there. I don't need Giovanni. I don't need to.
You can kind of say the same thing about Destiny.
Yeah, I don't need to do shit with my buddy. My buddy is a fucking dumbass that just sits there and earns fucking candies. Like, I don't need some mini game with my buddy. Like, fuck that.
There's no rules that say you had to play it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you don't have
they didn't take away the core functions.
I wanted to play, and they released a competing game that you could only run one on your phone at a time.
Tell me if you would get upset by this, okay? So you know how Pokemon has those streaks? You know, like 6, 7, and then the 7th.
That's why
how
I do this.
How pissed would you be if you missed like just one day?
I've never missed a day.
This is what I'm talking about. Like
you're homesick with the flu. Do you drive out to spin your stop?
Yeah, I go out over to our mailbox, which is a Pokestop. Like,
no. See, that's this is what I'm talking about.
No, so, and I do it on two phones.
Not the end of the world.
I do it on two phones.
Oh
like,
my!
And he lives in Boston, so doing this in the middle of winter during a snowstorm.
While you have the flu.
Yep.
He's still out there spinning.
But like I said, I've dialed it down to all I do every day is catch one Mon and spin one Pokestop, because they have alienated me. But I can't stop the streaks, so I have to do both of those things because I'm a completionist, and I have like 2 years straight.
There we go. Get it out. First step is acknowledging it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't miss those things. Yeah. And then even Wizards, like, there was a time in Wizards where I was catching fucking everything. I'm doing all the wizarding things. And now I do the dailies, and then when there's an event, I do the event. And when I do the dailies, and then I do the event. But I'm not like keeping Wizards Unite open and just being like, oh, there's foundables here. Let me find them. No, fuck that. Like, I got my fucking whole Jizzy decks built up in fucking Wizards. Everything's maxed out. Everything's been prestiged. Like, I don't need that shit. I just need fucking new content.
See, that's a good one. The Call of Duty Prestige. I just never understood why you would hit that button.
Oh, I used to Prestige all the time. Get to 7th Prestige.
You get that pretty little medal next to your name with a number on it.
I did it once and I never did it again.
Get to 7th Prestige. Now they don't even offer Prestige, and people are pissed about it.
No, good. They shouldn't. It's
people are pissed about skill-based matchmaking, which is probably the greatest thing that's ever been added to Call of Duty. The only people that are really pissed about skill-based matchmaking are the people that used to go 40-1. Yeah.
That's like, kind of like how how PUBG was for me and my friends. Like, we just leveled up so high now that the matches are actually competitive and people know what they're doing. Whereas those first 10 levels, like, there was guys just running the wrong way, and we're like, "Where is this guy going?"
Guys looking down at the ground.
Yeah, you're dead. Like,
skill-based matchmaking is not a problem. Like, we're kind of segueing off of Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's pick another story. I'll take a funny one. Rockstar says defunct Games for Windows Live to blame for Grand Theft Auto 4 delisting. So you were able to get this shit on Steam until recently, and then it disappeared from Steam, and people are like, whoa, Rockstar, why can't I get GTA 4? That game was pretty awesome. Well, it's because when they designed the game, there was this thing called Games from This Live, if anybody remembers that, and that's what they hooked all of their multiplayer shit and everything else into, and Microsoft ended Games for Windows Live a few years back and left some legacy support in, and now that is gone, and if you want to play Grand Theft Auto 4 on PC, they're going to have to do some recoding to the game to make it work with some other online system.
Can you not just play that game offline? Like,
oh, you can play offline, but
you just can't play the online.
Yeah, but
okay
but you can't even buy it on this. But you can't buy it on the Steam store because a portion of the game is broken, and they don't allow you to sell.
But if you already have it,
if you already have it, you can play single player. Yeah,
like, who
but
doesn't have that game by now?
Yeah. But Steam can't sell it because a component of the game is broken, and that's part of their thing. You can't sell a broken game.
Do you guys still have PT?
I never actually downloaded PT.
No? Oh, I
wish I did.
I still have it.
We should become buddies so I can download it from you.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No, because I wish I had downloaded it.
No. I'm selling my PlayStation one day. $2,000 comes with PT still installed.
Yeah. Nope. But yeah, it's one of these things where if you have it, you're good. If you don't, who knows when you'll be able to get it. I guess you could still buy a physical copy somewhere, or aftermarket. GameStop, the one thing they can sell. Now they have
get their
token.
Yeah.
All right, I'll grab the next one.
All right, do it up.
This goes back to the Facebook gaming stuff. YouTube lures 3 more top streamers away from Twitch.
Oh.
And the 3 are... Oops. Yeah, I can't open this one for some reason. There's been a couple I've been able to open. I think it's Laserbeam, Muslic, and Valkyrie.
Yep,
Valkyrie,
right.
yep.
Yeah, I can't read the article. I don't know.
That's weird. I can pop it open.
What's that gonna do for me?
I'll help you out.
You read it. Yeah.
So they lured these 3 streamers: Lannon, Laserbeam, Ecut, Elliot, Muslic, Watkins, and Rachel Valkyrie Hofstetter. And now they're going to live stream exclusively on YouTube Gaming. Like, these guys have a shitload of things. The 3 of them total have 21 million YouTube subscribers, which is pretty huge. And like, I see Valkyrie's did like a video, an announcement video I signed with YouTube and all these other things. So I think this just doubles down on what we said before, where having competition against bitch is a good thing. And like, it only bodes well for gamers. And I'm glad that these guys inked out some deals before this whole streaming thing goes away. So
yeah. You think it goes away?
Oh, this thing is going to go away at some point.
Streaming?
Not people streaming stuff, but people getting paid to stream. That's going to go away.
Really? What makes you think that?
Because it's not enjoyable.
To make money streaming?
No, to watch streams. Yeah. I know I'm in the minority of the Still Got Game hosts.
Still trying to get around this right now.
Yeah, I know.
I think we'll see the competitive circuit fail first before we see streaming fail. I think streaming will be around for quite a while. I think it is really the new media where a lot of people are watching content all the time. So
I know. I just don't think that there's as much money as they're throwing around. I don't think they get as much from advertising as they can, or the advertising dollars will decline as time goes on, and you will not be able to pay people the amount of money they're getting paid now.
As long as people keep subbing to their stream, though. I mean,
Ninja's not going to be able to get $1 million a promotion, as an example.
No, he's going to be able to get his sponsorships, but I don't think that whoever is paying can afford what they're getting in advertising cannot match up with what they need to pay these people now to have a competitive business. You would be a zero-sum game.
I don't know. I'm still not,
Okay.
I can't grasp this. I'm sorry.
All right. Do you watch the ads that show up on your videos?
On a Twitch stream?
On anything? Do you have an ad blocker?
Yeah, I have ad
Yeah.
blocker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's an ad right at the beginning.
Do you
Or
watch
Or
it?
some places force you to turn that off.
Yeah. Do you turn it off for them, or do you just say turn off one time?
Sometimes you have to turn off for the one time.
Yeah. It's not a business like it's like banner ads used to be. Do you remember banner ads were like
okay, so you're saying that you're not going to be able to get enough revenue out of those ads?
to then make money yourself and pay these exorbitant things that you're paying these streamers to come over?
Okay. Okay, I think I get it.
Like, it's one thing to pay streamers a percentage of the money they're getting from their ads. It's another thing to go into your own coffers and pay people to come over and hope that you're getting enough money in from the ads. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Like Ninja going to Mixer.
Yeah, or any of these guys that they're paying to come over. Like, you need to make so much more than that because you're still paying them their ad revenue, plus you're paying them the salary.
Okay, let's use Ninja as an example. When his contract runs out, does Microsoft re-up?
They kind of have to at this point. But Microsoft is a huge company that has tons of revenue streams. So you can say, we're taking a loss on the Mixer streamers, but we're taking a gain on Windows 10. You know what I mean? Like, they have something to offset it. YouTube has something to offset it because they're Google. Facebook has something to offset it because...
Or
like,
Facebook.
Yeah, they all have something to offset it. But at some point, your investors are like, why are you offsetting this when we can just get rid of that and make all this money on the other end? Like, you're still beholden to your shareholders in the long run.
Okay.
The only people that don't have another business, no, even Twitch, because they're not really Twitch. Because they got bought.
I feel like we're really going off the rails.
All right.
Sheldon, any help steering this back on?
I was gonna bring in. I read an article today. A Twitch streamer, Mizkif, surprises his fans because he revealed his net worth based on his 2019 earnings in a live stream, Ask Me Anything type thing that he did on Twitch. He basically ran down. He's like he's rapidly grown on Twitch channel in 2019. He gained almost 270,000 followers, and then he just basically broke it down. Let me see if I can find it. He said, okay, 10,000 subs multiplied by the amount of numbers I have and times that by 12, put a couple of donations and sponsors in there, minus taxes. It's not hard to figure out that he made over $500,000 last year.
Right.
So I'm like, subscribers plays a huge chunk into that, plus donations. And then the sponsors, I think, sponsors does bring in some money. But even if the sponsors dry up, this guy's still making a shit ton of money just based on subs.
Yeah, like I've always thought that streamers may have like crazy revenue coming in from multiple sources.
Streams,
it's crazy. Like yeah. So there's subs, there's sponsors, donations. Right, a lot.
There's
of guys
endorsements,
use merch. Merch is like the biggest thing for these guys. They actually make the most money from that. Like, it's just crazy, like how you can make so much money. Even just like one of those avenues is like a lot of money, and you just add them all up together.
It's an okay amount of money, one of those avenues, but
you can live off subs alone. Like, these guys, just subs alone. You can live off donations alone. These are really high amounts.
But you have to constantly produce content
I know.
To keep them there. Subs are not guaranteed. How many?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
How many Twitch or Mixer channels do you pay to sub for out of your own pocket every month?
None.
See,
wait.
None.
Mixer or Twitch? Because
any
Twitch
of
I
them.
do. Twitch I do, yeah.
How many Twitch things do you pay to subscribe to?
One.
Who?
The free one.
No, but out of your own pocket.
But I pay for that.
No, you pay for
It's not
Amazon
free.
Prime.
It's not
Yeah.
free.
Besides Amazon
Derek,
Prime,
Amazon Prime is not free.
no, it's not.
You're paying money.
But
you
you're
know-
not
you know
paying
this,
for
right?
Twitch.
Does,
You're not paying for.
does Tiff know you're paying for Amazon, by the way?
Yes.
Tiff,
yes.
if you're listening, you gotta check the receipts. I don't think Derek understands
yeah,
how Amazon works.
No, but you're not paying for Twitch. You're paying to get your packages delivered in 2 days. Like none of us. We're 0 for 3 on paying for people streams. So
Yeah, but there are people that are spending that money. Like these are real people. A lot of them.
who are they?
Just
and
because-
why?
Just because I think Derek has a big problem understanding that he's in a minority in certain things because he just doesn't understand these things.
We just said that this show is 100% people that don't pay
but that
people to
doesn't
stream.
mean we're not an example.
We're not the
of society.
demographic. We're not the demographic for this.
We're on the other side of the curtain. We're providing information to people. We're providing entertainment for people.
Yeah.
We're not the ones that are consuming it. That's the issue.
Yeah, I don't know. I just will never understand why someone would like 10 things at $5 each. That's $50 a month for bullshit content you don't fucking need. You can go play that game yourself, dumbass. Fuck your mom.
I think
Alright.
more people should sponsor people, and I think they should subscribe more, like to this channel.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah,
or don't.
throw us donations.
Yeah, just throw us donations.
Do we,
Don't
have a, do we
subscribe.
have a donation button, by the way?
Oh, we should.
Oh boy.
I'll send you their link hit.
Oh boy.
But yeah, don't subscribe to anything. That's dumb. Until we get partnered
Do we
and
have
then
a merch
subscribe
store?
to us.
Do we have a merch store?
We do.
We do have a merch store.
Do we,
On.
do we promote
I'll have
it?
to link all this in our
What
bio.
is going on right now?
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Let's take our last story.
I feel like Tiff last week.
All right. Here's our last story.
Pay for that?
China to further regulate online games and streaming to curb addiction. So, we talked a couple months
what are they
ago
doing now?
about how they were like they did have the one insanely high, like you can spend $60 a month. Yeah,
$57.
yeah, it's got a memory for that.
Very accurate. You got to be. Every
That
dollar
was
counts,
dead on.
Derek.
Yes, yeah. I rounded to 60. That was my bad. That part was insane, but their other limits were crazy, and now they're going to go further regulate this stuff, including streaming stuff. So,
What,
There goes all your streamer money.
They're telling me how long I can stream.
or how long you can watch a stream and pay for it.
No way. Go
It's
on.
an addiction hit.
Go
It's
on.
an addiction. So
I mean, I back to what we were saying before. I totally agree with you. Like, I even have this conversation with my streamer buddies. Like, it's just I don't understand how people can spend money on this stuff. So don't get me wrong. Like, I totally I know where you're coming
Okay.
from, but I actually acknowledge the fact that I'm not in that. I'm not in that majority.
no, I'd rather watch a movie or a TV show than watch someone stream a video game that I can go play my fucking self.
Now, see that I don't agree with. I actually like watching streams. So not all the time. I play my own games too. I stream my own games. I do everything.
I know. It's a tough balance to
Utility.
find the time to do all the
I'm
things.
a utility player.
That's what they always say about you. Hit
Utility.
the
I do
utility
everything.
player. Yep. Yep. We need someone to tank. It's hit. You need someone to.
Right.
Yep.
Snipe.
We need a
Yeah,
sniper. It's hit. Yeah.
I got you.
Oh shit. All right. Well, that wraps up the fucking news. We basically said China is restrictive and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know what's happening in China right now.
Yep.
Regulate everything over there.
Yep. Reduce your fun and let you spend a lot on DLC. All right. Well, next week, if you want better stories, fucking give them to us. 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com. Also, comment on this episode's thread in the Tool to Play homepage. Tell us the stories you want us to talk about, and we'll talk about them. Otherwise, we're going to have these garbage stories like fucking Pokemon Go adds new Gen 5 Pokemon. Like, who gives a shit? Fuck Pokemon Go. All right. Sponsors! That's the best segue into sponsors ever. So, if we had sponsors right now, you'd support them and it would help us out supporting Still Got Game, but we don't. But if you want to sponsor us, you want to be part of a show like this that's not a train wreck, Give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You tell us what you're selling. We're telling you you're going to pay us. We'll sell it. You pay us. Boom. Done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Toolplay at twitter.com/toolplay. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. I, king of the internet, god of everything that's fucking holy, I'm at twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
You can find me at twitter.com/i6hitman.
I'm at twitter.com/Selden007.
Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/tool-to-play. Facebook.com/Derek Nolan.
And I'm at facebook.com/Selden007.
We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool-to-play. That's where we archive all of this sweet, sweet video content so that law enforcement can use it when we threaten to all the streaming platforms. That's at
youtube.com. We again.
Proverbially. That's at youtube.com/tool-to-play. So go there and subscribe, and you'll have access to our entire video library. Selden, what's your favorite show on the YouTube library for Tool to Play?
Oh, I'd have to say Still Got Game.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's the only show on the YouTube channel.
No. There's archived video content.
Archived, yes.
Yeah. So what's your favorite piece of archived video content on
Still Got Game.
Besides
Thick and Thin.
No, Still Got
Thick and Thin with LV and Duty featuring I6Hitman?
Tool to Type Radio. Tool to Type Radio.
I am going to go with Selden's Dick Cam. That was always one of the more popular shows. Tiff's Immature Interviews. But Hit's Unboxings. Crinkle Crinkle. Those were pretty sweet.
Yeah, that PS4 unboxing is like one of the biggest ones we have.
I know.
I should take it off. I should copyright.
Why are you a denier? Why are you a denier?
Violation. DMCA violation.
You posted it there. DMCA.
Should be on my channel.
Oh, so yes. So we have lots of awesome video content on there. So please go there and subscribe, and you'll have access to our whole library of video content. Also, please rate and review us on iTunes. We need some 5-star reviews. So go into iTunes, search up Still Got Game, give us 5 stars. And if you have an extra 5 seconds, write something nice. He's a good guy. He's a utility player. Whatever you want to write. Something like that. Something nice. So go there, do that up, and it would really help us out. We have a Discord. If you want to chat with us during the day or night and, touch celebrity, that's at tooltoplay.com/SGG Discord. That's tooltoplay.com/SGG Discord. You can go there.
Celebrity?
And
we got Will Wheaton?
Yeah. Wow. It still burns. Go there and join our Discord, and you can chat with us all day long. We have a Mixer channel, mixer.com/tooltoplay. That is where we broadcast this show live. We host our own channels there as well. So go to mixer.com/tooltoplay, follow us there, and you will be notified whenever we go live, and you can enjoy all of our Tool to Play content. We also have our own Mixer channels. I'm at mixer.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at mixer.com/i6hitman.
I'm at mixer.com/Selden007.
I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on mixer.com/tool-to-play. And on that, why don't we wrap this 3-person episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Roken.
And I am Chris Selden007 Selden.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.